Hi, I'm Amore Love. Today we're going to go over the steps of how to do a Vixen braid down. So first I'm just going to part the hair in 4 sections. The section in the back will start from ear to ear. That will be 1, and from the back, you just want to continue it from the center of the head down to the nape of the neck. Once you're in your last section, you're really going to start to determine where is her leave out going to be. You really just want enough leave out so that it's able to cover the tracks of the hair. And by tracks, I mean the weft of the hair. So about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch space, all the way around the perimeter of her hairline. Then you're going to clip up what you're not going to get out of the way. Once you have your perimeter of each section, you want to go ahead and braid down so that it's out of your way. Now you're really just going to repeat the same exact step through each section, carving out all of the perimeter for all 4 sections. This is going to be, everything that is braided up is now going to be the part that is left out. So all these sections clipped up is going to be what is sewn down onto the weft. So I'm going to leave the back with just 1 braid of leave out as opposed to the front with 2 braids of leave out. She's not going to wear the back out as much, so we don't need as much leave out. And the leave out really determines how much density is going to cover each side of the weft. So when you start with the first part of your entire section, I'm going to do what's called a beehive. And that basically means a circle that goes all the way around until the circle can't continue anymore. And because this is a Vixen sew-in, you really want to make sure each section of the braid is really thin so that when she lays her hair over, it's going to be really flat and seamless. So now that I have the first round going, I'm going to French braid from here all the way until I get to here, and then I'll start resectioning for the next part of the French braid. Starting with the very first top of that section, we're going to divide this into 3 and begin to French braid in a downward motion. The tinier your braids are, the more spaces you will have to sew onto. Now you're going to want to curve your braid now that you're at the bottom of that section, and bringing away any excess strands that may pop over into your French braid. So now that we are at the end of that parted section, we're going to begin to part the next section, but all of this will continue to be 1 whole braid. So leave a little bit of left off, which means that the braid is leaving the scalp just a little bit. So when you part your next section, you're going to be able to have an easier transition without having to rebraid what you already did. If you wanted to do more than 4 bundles, which means 1 bundle in each section, what you might want to do is start to double up your weft as you're sewing in the bundle for each section. So by doubling up your weft, that would mean taking the entire bundle itself and folding it in half, and as you sew it in, you'll be sewing double sections instead of just one weft. So taking a really fine section as your braid, just continue to repart that entire section as you did before. So remembering our braid that we had before with a little bit of left off, you want to just take the 3 strands and continue on with your French braid all the way around that entire first section. At this point, you might want to ask your client to go ahead and hold the rest of the hair, so that way the clip won't get in your way as you're braiding. So taking your braid with a little bit of lift off, you want to go ahead and undo a little bit just until about you get to this section of hair that you just parted. Since your client might be holding the section off to this side, you want to go ahead and direct their hand over to the other side so that you have a little bit more breathing room to finish off your French braid. Leaving a little bit of lift off from your braid and start to part the next section. So from the last section, you literally have no place else to go. So you're going to inform your client to let go that last piece, and you just braid it until you have no more hair from the scalp left in that section. If the hair gets a little bit too thin at the ends, you just take it from the end of the braid and wrap it around your finger into a really tight twist. Most stylists would choose to sew the braid up, but my personal tip is to lead the hair down from where its direction is going and wind it through the beehive. And as you sew the wefts onto the hair, you would just include the left out braid onto the weft of the hair. So now you just want to continue the same exact steps through all the rest of the sections. So now that you're finished braiding down each section, you are now ready for your Vixen install. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.